Ladies and gentlemen, Art Nordoff.
It's my party, I'll cry if I want to, I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, 'cause you would have to with it, I can you. Well, good evening and welcome to Art Nordoff Live, my birthday edition. Huh, look at the place, doesn't it look great? Even got a cake. Charlie's all decked out, Jason's here playing the guitar, Bill's behind the camera, we even have an audience member, Bob. He can't be on camera, he's in the FBI Witness Protection Program. However, you know this whole party wouldn't have been necessary if any one of you would just, offer to throw me a party or take me out to dinner. But that being said, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, gonna cry if I want to, 'cause you would cry too if it happened to you. If it happened to you, if it happened to you. Oh, there you go. Welcome aboard the SS Titanic. However, before we go any further, I want to clear up some things from our last show. That was the Flying Down to Rio show, you remember. I got a lot of feedback from you guys, and I love feedback. I love all your comments, your thoughts, your prayers, your insults. But the most important, the one thing that really struck everybody was my shower curtain. Now, apparently, in the left side of the shot, unbeknownst to moi, my shower curtain in my bathroom was showing. And I'm so glad you brought it to my attention. The weird thing about that, it got so much social attention, it was the most famous shower curtain since Psycho. The other question and other comment that I got was that my maracas were off. Now, let's face it, anyone who's known me any length of time knows I've been off my maracas for many, many years. So with that, should we get this show on the road?
We should.
This song is a old Todd Rundgren hit. It was late last night, and I was feeling something wasn't right. There was not another soul inside, only you, only you. So we walked along, though I knew that there was something wrong, and a feeling nothing held so strong about you. Ooh. Then you gazed up at me, and the answer was plain to see, 'cause I saw the light in your eyes. I just never would suspect a thing. That little bell began to ring in my head, but I tried to run, though I knew it wouldn't help me none, 'cause I could never fall in love. So I said, 'cause my for you, there's just something I never knew, till I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Oh yeah, do 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 do. But I love you best. It's not something that I say in jest, 'cause you're different, girl, from all the rest in my eyes. And I ran give me a time. Anyway, as you all know, I was down in Rio de Janeiro, and I started listening to this one radio station, the 99.9 Rio FM. It's a great radio station, plays all these great soft pop hits of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and they intertwine it with Brazilian songs in Portuguese. It's a great station. They also do something very interesting. They play songs by very famous people, but songs you've never heard in the United States, ever. And I heard this song down in Rio by Carly Simon. Now, I'm a big Carly Simon fan, and I said, well, I never heard this song. And so I researched it, and she sang it, she recorded it in 1981, but the song itself was written in 1954, which was the year of my birth. So I thought, maybe I'd take a shot at it. And so it was not a big hit for Carly, obviously. It only went to 106 on the Billboard chart, so she didn't get any radio play, but we're going to take a shot at it. The song is called Hurt. I'm hurt because you lied to me. I'm hurt deep down inside of me. I know your love is true and will never ever part, but now you want someone new, and it breaks my heart. I'm hurt more than you'll ever know. And I am hurt because I still love you so. And even though you hurt me like nobody else could ever do, I would never hurt you. Play it as a bird. Like nobody else could ever do, and I would never hurt you, hurt you. Carly Simon, everybody. He is maybe old, she's 76. Did you know that?
Just like the number of trombones.
Yes. You were the music man.
I was the music man.
He did the whole thing, this whole show has been done by the thick sense to mind. Just think it up here and it comes right out of your fingers, right? So I was in Rio, as you know. It really did change my life, and I'm actually looking for property down there. I may actually go down there and retire. But it's such a wonderful place. You get a chance to go to Rio, go. I mean, it's beautiful. The people are just great. And the thing that you notice about Rio, and I found that out the second night I was there, they were just reopening from COVID. It was back in April. And I was at this big restaurant, and you look out on the scenery, and in Brazil, everyone is a different shade of color. There are no racial things there because between the indigenous people, the black slaves, and the white Portuguese Europeans, they've been intermingling for hundreds of years. So everybody's a different shade. Like you can see a family of mother, father, two children, none of them are the same color because in Brazil, they do not judge you by the color of your skin, but by the quality of your character. Hence, I made very few friends. However, it did inspire me to write this song. It's entitled Land of Many Colors. You can laugh if you want. Okay, it's called Land of Many Colors. tropical breezes where nobody freezes way into the night. People are dancing while they're romancing. There's love at first sight. Making arrangements for all your engagements under the sun. Hearts beat together forever and ever. It's only begun. Watch this. In the land of America, children of our God, everyone is equal underneath His law. In the land of America, shades from black to white, shining down from heaven to everyone's delight. Tonight, watching it, let it rain, but so let it all go. There's love in the air, so why should we care? The world has to know. Walking the beaches as far as it reaches, the moon hits the sea. Stars may be shining, just to remind me to let my soul free. In the land of America, children of our God, everyone is equal underneath His law. In the land of America, shades from black to white, shining down from heaven to everyone's delight. Tonight, rainy nights in Rio, how could it go wrong when all of the people are saying you belong? In the land of America, children of our God, everyone is equal underneath His law. In the land of America, shades of black to white, shining down from heaven to everyone's delight. Tonight, it's the noche. Tonight. Alright. I'm schwitzing here. Hold on. You know, I always say there's nothing like a well-rehearsed show, and this is nothing like a well-rehearsed show. But yeah, Rio was great. And speaking of that station, it's just a whole different attitude. People they're just so nice. So it's sort of the 180-degree opposite of Hollywood. But the one song from that radio station, 99.9, they're not Rio FM. They're not paying me for this. But I could check it out. And this one song I heard when I got there. We were driving up from Rio, and it's an old song. It's a song that you've heard, but I had no idea who did it. It was one, and I listened to it, and they play it all the time, like it's like a top 10 hit. Though it was, he had one hit in America, and but it turns out his name is James Blunt. If you know who he is, I don't care. But so he did this one song that I really liked, and so I thought I would do it because it's always going to remind me of Rio. It's called Youre Beautiful. with another man. But I won't lose no sleep tonight, 'cause I got a plan. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true. And I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. Yes, you caught my eye as I walked by. She could see from my face that I was flying high, but I don't think that I will see her again. We had a moment that'll last till the end, 'cause you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, but I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. My favorite part. Here we go, Jason. La 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 la. But it's time we faced the truth. I will never be with, I thought you could need it to harmony. You. Beautiful. James Blunt. I've done more for James Blunt's career in the last 3 months than he's done in the last 6 years. I don't think he's recorded since 2014. He's living in Brazil, living the life of a big star. That's my job. I'll go down to Brazil and I'll finally discover my talents. Okay, that's not going to happen. Well, Jason and I actually, if you know, met through that guy, Harry Nilsson. Now, we did it at the Harry Nilsson birthday parties they used to throw over at the Molly Malone's. And 3 years ago, we met, and we've been working together ever since. Because the guy's crazy. Yeah. And oh, by the way, if you're a Harry Nilsson fan, go to YouTube. Put in Nilsson Jam 2021, and Jason and it's a bunch of artists. We all got together virtually, did a Harry Nilsson song. I did one with Jason. Jason, you did one by yourself. Our bass player, Teresa Cowles, hi Teresa, she did a great one, great song. But if you're a Harry Nilsson, there's a lot of great people singing Harry Nilsson songs. It's all done virtually, but it's great. You want to check it out. I thought I'd give him a plug.
Absolutely.
I think I'm getting a cease and desist letter from the Nilsson family at any time. But so every time I do a show, I like to do a song from Harry. Now, you know the story that Harry was my teenage idol. And then later in life, I met him and we became friends. In fact, that picture is Harry Nilsson at my birthday party in 1989, 22 years ago. And he was a great guy, just a great guy and a great talent. So if you don't know Harry Nilsson, go listen to some of his stuff, because
32 years ago.
Was it 32? Oh, Jesus. Did you have to tell me that? Well, okay. At any rate, 32?
32.
I can't add. Anyway, it was a fun night, though. It was a fun night. Well, one thing you knew about Harry, you were going to have fun. If you ever met Harry Nilsson for a happy hour, you knew you were going home with last call. It was just the way he was. Every night was New Year's Eve. So I always like to do a Harry Nilsson song. And the song I chose tonight is a rather obscure little Harry Nilsson song. It's from his Son of Schmilsson album, which was his follow-up to his big hit record, Nilsson Schmilsson, where he did Without You. Now this song is a little obscure, but I really like it. And it's called The Lottery Song. Laundry, I'll come by Monday. If we win the lottery, we can go to Vegas and be very happy. Do 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 do. I can be a plumber, we can wait till summer. I could wave our money, playing a fine vacation. We could buy a trailer, if we bought a trailer. We could go to Vegas and be very happy. Do 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 do. Vegas a gamble, gamble if you want to win. Do 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 do. Life could be so easy, let the wheel of fortune spin. We could make a record, sell a lot of copies. We could play Las Vegas and be very happy. Do 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 do. Gamble, there's a gamble, gamble if you want to win. Do 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 do. Life could be so easy, let the wheel of fortune spin. I said, let the wheel of fortune spin. Let the wheel of fortune spin. That's the Susie Rosenberg. Woo! Harry Nelson, everybody. I'm too old. I'm winded, you know. Okay, wait, before we do the next song, I gotta tell a story. You know, when I was a little kid, you know, first, second, third grade birthday parties, right? Birthday parties back in the 60s, they were not big affairs. You would go to school, and somebody in the classroom would say, it's Bobby's birthday. And we'd go over to Bobby's house after school, and we'd have cake and ice cream. That was it. No bouncy houses, no circus clowns. This is decades before Chuck E. Cheese was even invented. They were very small affairs. However, because my birthday is in the middle of summer, I never had a birthday party. I worked through it, the process. It was 17 years in therapy. But if I had ever had a birthday party, and gotten one of these, my head would have exploded. This is a Duncan Imperial yo-yo. Yo-yos were huge. In fact, it says right here, the original, world's #1 yo-yo. Now, let's be clear, I was never very good at the yo-yo. I couldn't walk, they used to do tricks, walk the dog over the, I couldn't do any of that. But if you had one, I could make a yo-yo go up, and I could make a yo-yo go down. And these were the cool, it was the Xbox of the 60s. So I thought a little experiment would be nice to see. I found this in a drawer, and I said, do you think at 67, I could still operate a yo-yo? So here we are, drum roll please. All right, no, not yet. Get it out of the stupid box. All right, here we go.
Moment of truth.
Moment of truth, here we go. I know it goes on this finger, and I can do this. All right, here we are, let's see. This is fabulous. Okay, oh, my fingers are getting... All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. Drum roll. All right. Well, that didn't work. Well, I gave it my best. But if you want a yo-yo, I got a couple. So you just go to artnordoff.com and I'll send you a yo-yo. I'm going to sit down. I am schwitzing, tired. Old man, you know, I'm 67. Okay, let's put this over here. You know, I became a singer-songwriter back in the 70s, inspired by that man, by Harry, and others, but mostly by Harry. And I wanted to do this. I actually got a request from the last show to do this song, and I started out as a singing duo or a group called Nordoff and Leonard, and we wrote songs back in the 70s and 80s, and this was our last song. It's called No One to Believe In. Thought it over carefully, made your mind up for yourself. came as really no surprise when you found he loved someone else. And so you packed your things and you said goodbye, gonna start all over somehow. But it's late at night and you're all alone, thinking what will you do now that there's no one to believe in, nobody you can trust. And though you're giving all you've got, it never is enough. And everybody you know is saying that you will never learn, that there's no one to believe in anymore. It seemed like only yesterday, but it was many years ago. Everyone was happy then, at least they told us so. But the times are changing, you're much older now, as the years go flying by. And the changes now seem so absurd, while the answer makes you cry. Why? There's no one to believe in, nobody you can trust. And though you give it all you've got, it never is enough. And everybody you know is saying that you will never learn, that there's no one to believe in anymore. Anymore. Joe Lumber, everybody. God knows where he is. He gave up the music. He gave up the music business to sell insurance. Good idea. Anyway, hey, nobody's commented how great I look.
It's a great tux.
Yeah. A little thing in my closet I just threw on. I get it ready for award season. So it's been sitting in my closet for a year. So I guess there we no award show. It's not really my tuxedo. Well, I think we can do this. If I can catch my breath long enough. I think we should pick up the tempo.
Let's pick up the tempo.
That was a cheery little ditty. We used to write we were really kind of, it was a different time. Everybody was depressed. Though everybody is depressed now, but they didn't write songs about it as much. All right, this song is a favorite of mine, and it's hit. It's an old Cat Stevens song, you might remember. It's called Can't Keep It In. I can't keep it in, can't keep it in, I gotta let it out. I gotta show the world's gotta see all the love that's in me. And why walk away, why worry when it's warm over here? You got so much to say what you mean, be what you think anything go on. Why must you waste your life away? You got to live for today and let it go. Lover, I want to spend this time with you. There's nothing I wouldn't do if you let me know. And I can't keep it in, can't hide it, no, no. Oh, and I can't keep it in, can't let it out, gotta let it out, gotta show the world's gotta know, no, the love that's my low. Why can't you say, oh, why can't you say, you've got so much to see eyes the light's gotta shine the light, love, that's the way to live your life. You're allowed too much to go by, and that won't do. Lover, I want you here by my side. Don't you run, don't you hide, while I'm with you. And I can't keep it in, I can't keep it in. I gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Gotta show the world's gotta see all the love that's in me. And why walk alone? Why worry when it's warm over here? You have so much to say what you mean what you think anything. Why not? Abrupt ending, what do you think? Cat Stevens. What is it, you?
Yusuf Islam.
Ah, yes. Well, look at the time. I just catch my breath. As you know, this is going to probably be our last show in this setting. We will be working together either virtually or maybe live, God knows. We'll get Teresa back in the band.
Let's fly us out to Rio.
We'll open for James Blunt. So this is kind of the last time we're going to be doing it in this setting, and I kind of wanted to, what would be good for my last song, and I was walking out of the bedroom, and I found this. Now this is a song I did in 1999. Now, as you know, that I don't know if many of you know about my Westwood Marquee story. Of course, that's where I met Harry. But I worked at the Westwood Marquee, and about 4 years into working there, I said, God, this is a much better place to drink than work. And I drank there for a decade. And in the late 90s, it fell on some financial difficulties. Now, some people would blame the embezzling I did back in the 80s, but it really had nothing to do with it. Did I admit to a felony?
I think statute of limitations.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, statute of limitations, long. Sorry, but no, it was bought out by Starwood, and they turned it into a W hotel. And on the last night of the Westwood Marquee, they were going to close it on a Sunday night and open. They were going to do all the renovations starting Monday. So all the regulars, we all got together and did a little party. And the bartender, Bob, said, well, everybody, we've got to drink all the open bottles because they're going to just throw them out in the morning. And so there were about 15 to 20 of us, and we gave it a valiant shot, I must say, that night. And they wanted me to do something. We had a piano player and a lounge piano, and they wanted me to do something. So I came up with this idea of taking the Nat King Cole standard, That's All, and rewriting it into a song called Last Call. And so I thought, I did one of those things, and we're going to give it a shot because I think it kind of fits. This is a Westwood Marquee swizzle stick. It's so glad that we could spend this time together to see old friends and have a drink or two. Let's raise a cup of cheer, have a laugh or shed a tear. It's last call, last call. The memories around are overwhelming, and everything seems just like yesterday. Guess we must be getting old. I'm so sad we've all been told it's last call, last call. Here's to you and to me and to some the curtain start to fall. It may never be the same, still you know I'm glad I came to last call. Last call. It may never be the same, still you know I'm glad I came to last call. Last call. Last call. All right. Before we go, I want to give a big round of applause to Jason Berk. Bill over on the does our magic camera work, and our member of the Witness Protection Program. But we do have time to do one more song, right, Bud? Right, Bill? He's the boss. No sign of Chloe, huh? Okay. Well, wasn't her turn. This song is for Casey Pujo, and I know she's watching. You know, I really live my life through the philosophy of Mr. Peabody. I don't know if many of you remember Mr. Peabody from Mr. Peabody and Sherman from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. Now, Mr. Peabody had a philosophy, and he used to always say, if at first you fail your deed, try again till you succeed. Hit it. All the leaves are brown, that sky green. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I wasn't married. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Walked into a church, I passed along the way. I got down on my knees and I began to pray. The preacher likes the cold, he knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. Yeah, I'd be safe and warm if I wasn't late. Hey, California dreaming on such a winter's day. On such a winter's day. On such a winter's day. Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Hey, Bill, turn off the camera.